Chabda here. Today we are going to learn a very interesting liquid, which is, you can say, a boon for your garden, a terrace garden or the balcony garden, whatever you have. So if you are preparing this, you can say it works as a very good fertilizer, your pest repellent, and 90% of your problems, whatever it comes regarding your plants, the pest, your mealybug attacks or anything, the growth promoters, you can say, the flower drop, sometimes the flowers are coming but it's dropping, the flowers are not blooming the way we want it to bloom. So all such problems, this liquid will take care of it, and the making of this is really very easy. This is known as bioenzyme, citrus bioenzyme. Okay, so the ingredient what we need for this, I'll first talk about the ingredient, then we'll talk about the proportion. So first thing, we need a container which has a lid, airtight lid it should have. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, water. Inside this I have filled water. Then we need citrus peels. We don't want citrus fruits, we just want peels. It can be your lemon, your pineapple, orange, lime, anything individually also you can have, or you can have mixed also. I have mixed lemon, lime and orange, like that also you can have, or any you can take specific one citrus fruit peel and then you can make from that also. And this is jaggery. Okay, so the proportion how we have to take is measurement wise also you can take 1:3:10. So where one part is your jaggery, 3 parts are yours citrus peels, and 10 part is your water. So if many of you won't be having weighing machine in the house, so it's difficult to measure 100-300 grams and 1 liter of water. So better take any container or any bowl so that you can measure it properly. So suppose I am taking 1 bowl of jaggery, 3 bowls of citrus peels I have taken, and in this container I have put, with the same measurement of bowl, I have put 10 bowls of water. So 1:3:10, clear? One container, make sure the container should be in such a size so that after putting everything, this much space should be there. It should, everything after filling, it should not reach till the brim. So container size you can take either little bigger than this also, that no problem. So 1:3:10, this is the perfect ratio for making a bioenzyme. Now what to be done? Now first thing what we have to do is, when we have taken a container with water, we'll dissolve this jaggery into this. We'll add all the peels. Okay, now once all the peels have been put, jaggery is been put, we can mix it well, or you can just leave it like this also, and then close it with the proper airtight lid and keep it in a place where it is little dark. You can keep it below your kitchen sink, in a shelf somewhere. You should not keep it in any place where it is too much of sunlight, because the whole process is a fermenting process. So fermentation anyways, it needs little darker cozy place. So we'll make sure it is kept in a place which is cooler and indirect sunlight area, or better it's in a shady place. So now what we have to do, the process, this is basic process was there, what we have already done. Now every day morning what we have to do, we have to just unlid the container and again we have to lid it. If you have time, you can mix it well also once, otherwise you just have to unlid and again you cover it with the lid. So with that what happens, because in this process one gas formation is going to happen, that has to be released. And make sure the container should always be a plastic container, because during this process, when the gas formation is there, little expansion takes place. So plastic has the ability to expand. So if that is the case, so it will be on a safer. Otherwise, sometimes if glass or some other container you are taking, it might have chances to burst also. So make sure the container is plastic and it is filled 3/4 of the container, and every day we have to just unlid it once in a day, and then we have to lid it again and keep it aside. So the process of opening the lid and keeping it closed again, this we have to do for minimum a month. Once this 1 month period is over, after that there is no necessity of opening the lid, because or whatever the gas formation of the process was there, that is already completed. So later we don't have to do that, we just have to keep it aside for another 2 months. Now initially when we start this process, we see a very thin white layer on the surface of the water. So if the layer is white, that means the fermentation process is happening in a better way, it's a good way. So the process, everything is going well, so we have to continue the same. Now sometimes the smell, whatever it comes out of your this liquid or the upper layer, it is little on a blackish side, means somewhere you have gone wrong in the process. So you have to discard that, or you have to put it in the compost bin. Further the process will not continue. So make sure whenever you open the lid, you should not keep it open for a longer time, because some flies and other things should not have the time to lay their eggs in this, otherwise small worms will develop. So immediately when you open, you just open, because we have to release that gas, and immediately we have to close the lid. Now 1 month we have opened the lid, closed it, the whole month we have did the process. After that 2 months we have just kept the container aside. Once you see that the 3 months are over, so whenever you start this process, make sure you write the date on this, so you know at which stage your bioenzyme is there right now. So once 3 months over, you take a separate container, take any filtering cloth or sieve, whatever you have, you filter your liquid, okay, and then this is the pulp which we get after filtering the liquid. Now the liquid what we have collected, it is a very good liquid, as I said you people earlier, that it is very good fertilizer for your plants. You can use as a foliage spray also, it will act as a pest repellent also, it will give a nice blooms to your plants, whichever the floral plants are there. So ultimately you can say it is a 90% effective liquid what you are preparing for your plants, that too from your kitchen waste. So once this is done, now how to give it to your plants? So this is quite high concentrated liquid. This concentration we cannot give it to our plants, they might die. So what do we have to do? We'll just take 1 ml of this in 1 liter of water. So you just have to take 1 liter in 1 ml of this in 1 liter of water, dilute it and spray it to your plants weekly once or once in 10 days. So the growth and all the other pest attacks will be taken care by this, especially in bitter gourd and all, wherever the fruit flies attacks are there, there also you can give spray of this. So it will be really nice, and even the root application also can be done. And this liquid can be used for your home cleaning, any place where too much greasy area is there, like your kitchen platform, your chimney, your ovens, your gas stove, anything. You just take little liquid and just wipe that area with that liquid, it will be sparkling shine. Sometimes you want to add some aroma to this liquid. So in that case what you have to do, either you have your lemongrass or citronella, those leaves you can just keep it inside for a few days, so they'll have that oil content in them, so that aroma comes to your bioenzyme. Else you get these kind of essential oils also in the market, any essential oil whatever you like, lemongrass, citronella, your tea tree, whatever you want, that couple of drops you can put it inside, so that it will be used whenever you use it for bathroom or kitchen cleaning. So it gives a nice aroma. Okay, now this is the use we have discussed. Now what to do with whatever it is left? Now this, two things you can do. One, it can be it can go to your composting bin. That is the easiest one. The next thing is, if you want to make this again, so the next process, this will act as an accelerator. Okay, so suppose again I want to make a bioenzyme, the proportion remains the same, the 1:3:10, whatever we had taken, the jaggery, the peels and the water. This will be added to that, so that the process what it was taking 3 months from reaching here to here, that will come approximately 2.5 months. It will not become 1 month, it will take 2.5 months. Sometimes people add a pinch or half a teaspoon of yeast, what we use yeast, what we use in our making baking or something, breads and all. That yeast can be added at the initial stage only, when we are adding the peels, water and jaggery together. They claim that it makes the process little faster, but that will be only for 15 to 20 days maximum. Suppose the whole process took 3 months, so it might take 2.25 months. It cannot be just 1.5 months. So if you want to do everything organically, you can avoid adding yeast, and if you want to do it faster, then half a teaspoon of yeast you can add. So make sure even your any vessels, metal vessels, your puja items, whatever we have, the silver, copper, brass, all these items can be cleaned with this. It's a real nice pulpy. The time you just apply it on that and leave it for some time, it will be sparkling clean. And again, your greasy surfaces, the chimneys, ovens, whatever is there, with this pulp it will be really easy for you to clean. If you don't have that, this is again the next option. And the shelf life is really good, almost a year or so you can store it really well. So try making in small batches, because at a time so much peels, it's difficult to collect. So how much ever you have, make sure this kind of a container you keep adding and keep making. Every time once you have made the proportions, don't add again the peels in this. Start with another container. Otherwise what happens, suppose this container I have started making on the day first. Now first I have added this much, and on third or fifth again I have added few, again 10th I have added few peels. Now the process, the main process will start at the date 10th, the last when we have added the peels. So from there we'll count 3 months. So unnecessarily from 1st to 10th the days are wasted. So better every time make it in small batches, but once you prepare the proportion, don't add it further anything to that. Start in a new container. So very simple process, 1:3:10, that is your jaggery, your peels and water. Keep it aside for a month. Only thing you have to make sure it should be a darker place, it should be a airtight lid, and the container should be of plastic. If that is clear, after that 2 months, no need to open the lid, you just keep it aside and then strain it, store it, spray it and use it to any of the things what you want. And it's a very good liquid for your kitchen sink drainage pipe also, it cleans really well. So anything, your silk I'm telling you, your steel or any other vessels also, the sparkling clean if you want, this is there. So go for it, very easy to make. Once you make it, I don't think you'll ever look back. And it's very good for chemical free, you can say, your house if you want really chemical free, for mopping the floors, for kitchen, bathrooms, everywhere this liquid you can use. So go for it. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.